The van that pulled up didn't have a plastic bug on the roof. It was a matte black sedan with no markings and a license plate that seemed to shift sequences if you looked at it too long. Out stepped a woman wearing a heavy leather duster and a necklace made of cold iron railroad spikes. She didn't carry a pump. She carried a vintage violin case and a spray bottle labeled Glacier Water and Rowan Berry. "You sprayed organophosphates into a Seelie colony?" she asked, her voice like grinding gravel. She didn't wait for an answer as she stepped past us into the garage, where the hum from the attic was now vibrating the drywall. "You're lucky they didn't turn your lungs into literal flower beds. Give it 10 more minutes, and the drywall would have started growing thorns." "We didn't know," Miller stammered, clutching his melted respirator. "The thermal scan just showed a massive heat signature. We thought it was a raccoon nest." "That wasn't body heat," she said, popping the latches on her case. "That was a dimensional rift warming up. They were preparing for a midsummer migration. Now, thanks to your level 5 cocktail, they're agitated. An agitated sprite is basically a hornet with the IQ of a vengeful toddler and the magic of a dying star." She pulled out a heavy, handheld bellows made of silver-pressed leather. "Stay behind the salt line," she commanded, kicking a bag of coarse rock salt across the garage floor to create a perimeter. "And for the love of everything, don't breathe in the blue smoke. If you do, you'll spend the next 6 months convinced you're a 14th century peasant, and I don't have the paperwork to fix that." She climbed the ladder, the bells on her boots jingling with a heavy, grounding thud. As she disappeared into the hatch, the melodic screaming reached a fever pitch, then abruptly stopped. A moment later, a plume of thick cerulean smoke billowed down from the attic. It smelled like a thunderstorm in a pine forest. "Negotiations have begun," her voice drifted down, sounding hollow and echoing. "But it's going to cost the homeowner 3 gallons of raw honey and a blood oath that they'll never use a weed whacker again. Also, you two owe me a new pair of iron-soled boots. This industrial sludge of yours is hell on the leather."